Disclaimer, ignore the fever blister. I can't get rid of it. Let me start out by saying that I originally planned to do this video in the harsh yet poetic way in which I normally do things, with a lot more effort and a lot more desire. But what I've come to realize about myself is that I'm not the kind of person who needs to present myself in a format that is nothing but pure, raw honesty. And so I wasn't going to wait any longer. I wasn't going to spend hours upon hours setting up, doing my hair, doing my makeup, filming, editing, all to just really tell a few of you who care and many of you who don't what my point of view of a life is. And so I think that maybe someday I may regret not making this video a lot more typical YouTube vlog, but in the end, and even right now, I feel like this is much more honest to myself. And in the end, throughout all of the YouTubes I've had, there has been one common factor. The Real Melissa Lynn was my first YouTube. Extremely Melissa is this YouTube that I currently use. And forever and always, I will just be me. And I'm not going to be the kind of person to apologize for it. So I'm going to address many things in this video that hopefully you will appreciate, and hopefully it will help you learn more about me, past, present, and future. Let me first start out by saying that in the weight loss community, I have not been a large participant as much as I used to in the past few months. Now, starting around April. And there are many factors for that. I was going through a lot of stuff, personal, public, I don't know. I leaned on a lot of people because there was a lot going on. I made a huge life decision in April. A life decision that I told probably around, out of the hundreds and hundreds of people that I'm friends with out of the YouTube community, I probably only told 10. It wasn't something that I wanted to be public knowledge, not for fear, not for shame, but because it was something that I needed to deal with on my own, and I needed to lean on people who I thought I could trust. And a majority of them, I still do. Best friends I've ever made of the YouTube community. As time went on, it seemed to me that I made the right decision in not telling everybody. But I was realizing something about the YouTube weight loss community. I was realizing that there is a separation between people and their purposes. And there is a purpose that is common among many YouTubers these days that doesn't sit well with me. And that's not a big deal. You know, that's not something that derails me on a daily basis. When it comes to looking for support, it is very frustrating to have to sift through that mess. But it's fine. It's common. It's always been there, and it'll never go away for as long as the YouTube weight loss community exists. And that's something that I think we all should come to terms with, because there are always going to be different kinds of people in the world, and those kind of people, we have our own decision on how we deal with them. I could be that person to someone, and you could be that person to me. Who knows? Unless there's honesty around, it really doesn't matter. It's about your journey, and it's about what you do. As time went on, it became very clear that there is somewhat of a form of politics in the YouTube weight loss community. Nothing is really black and white. There are so many blurred lines, And no, this video is not just meant to talk about what's happening and what's gone on. And I'm not going to do typical Melissa, which is something that has been very, very, very hard to keep from doing. I'm not going to yell, I'm not going to scream, I'm not going to cuss people out. I'm just going to be honest and composed as much as I can be. The main focus is not to talk about things that have happened with other people. The main focus is to talk about what's going on in my life. And despite all of the turmoil and despite all of the drama, which I know you all hate the word, but what it is what it is. And despite all of the bad decisions made by people who I thought I could trust, and despite the people who I thought were my friends, who were very masked with me, turning their backs on me and not believing the truth of the matter because they were very, very eluded. Here I am to tell you the decision that I made in my life in April. Today is August 13th, 2011, and in April, probably around April 20th, I don't remember the date exactly, I made a decision to have weight loss surgery. That is what I've been dealing with. That is my inner battle. On August 3rd, 10 days ago, I had the surgery. If you are interested in any kind of details, I have decided to move my personal log to a blog, actually, and I will put a link in the description of what my blog is if you're interested. I started blogging when I started the liquid diet 2 weeks before, and I'm going to blog all the way through it. As for vlogging on YouTube, not so much. I took a step down from active vlogging a long time ago, and even though I tried to come back, really my heart's not in it as much anymore. I may make updates here and there, fine and dandy, but weekly weigh-ins, weekly updates are a bit foolish to me now. The journey that we all go on is of our own decision. Many people are going to tell you, if you're on Weight Watchers, if you're on Atkins, if you're doing HCG, if you've had weight loss surgery, there are always going to be people who are going to tell you you're wrong and that you're not doing it right. Well, what I've come to find out is I've tried everything. Maybe not everything. And I was very, very successful with Weight Watchers. And I didn't decide to do weight loss surgery because I gave up. I decided to do weight loss surgery because I'm 21 years old. I started out at 19, 450 pounds, and I'm getting older, and I know that sounds ridiculous because I'm only in my 20s, but I'm in school, I'm about to start a career, I want to have a normal life, and the fact of the matter is on Weight Watchers, the weight is not going to come off as fast as I need it to, because as I get older, I'm in good health now, but in 2 years, I could be in very terrible health. And weight loss surgery seemed like a healthful option for me, and so that's why I chose it. You can come to me and you can leave comments and you can be negative about it, but the fact of the matter is it's done. It's already done. I had the gastric sleeve, and there were complications. Everything is good now. After invasive surgery, you really don't feel like yourself, but I'm getting there. And like I said, you can visit my blog. This video is going to run long, so if you've already stopped, which if you're hearing this, you haven't already stopped, or if you want to, that's fine. But what I want to let all of you know is the weight loss community becomes a part of your life that you can't ignore. The weight loss community is a great entity. The weight loss community is a great tool. The weight loss community can help you in ways that real life people in front of you, your friends and family, can't. The weight loss community can also hinder you greatly. You can get caught up in the stuff that's going to put you at a standstill. And this is a warning, it's advice, and it is encouragement. Live in reality. Be real with yourself and with other people. People are not going to support you blindly. And the people who do don't put much stock in them because they aren't there to support you. They're there to support themselves. And as I always said, the journey is about you. But do not put yourself, a large part of yourself, into other people. I'm not saying that people are always going to disappoint you, but what I'm telling you is the weight loss journey is a journey of self-discovery. And you have to discover that you're strong enough to handle anything that life throws at you. And a good test is the weight loss community. It's a good way to find yourself, to find if you can stand on your own 2 feet, to find if you can have ideas of yourself, make them known, and when people tell you you're wrong, you stand up and you fight. It's not called being a bully, for those of you, the one person who thinks it's called being a bully. It's not. Weak people buckle when they are faced with strong people. Strong, confident people stand tall. You have an opinion, you have an idea in your head, and you stand for it, and you stand for it till you die. Do not ever, ever give a part of yourself to somebody that makes you buckle. That will truly be the fall of your inner self, your outer self, and who you want yourself to be. I guess that's really all that I have to say. As elusive as it is, and as many of you may not know what I mean, if you get something out of it and you interpret it into something of your own, let it be. Because this is about motivation. I'm going to continue on my journey that I have chosen for myself, and we'll see how it goes. And I may be back to let you know with my shining face, and I may be back to let you know with my strong words. Be there for yourself more than you are for another. And that sounds selfish. But those of you who cannot stand on your own cannot stand for anybody else. I hope you got something out of this.